So we're live outside City Hall Plaza, and right now, like I said, God works in great ways to where things happen for a reason. And today is just kind of like a coincidental thing, but they're doing it today. I think they didn't want to get into it with the city council, but they're doing this right now on a beautiful Monday morning to where right now you see here, guys, is that Instacart. I think these are the gross, mainly Instacart in a nutshell. Um, let me let me say, Instacart is right there. I'm live on my shit. Like fuck this, I'm live. So you have Instacart right here, and what's happening here is you see here is that Instacart is they're going to have a rally at around probably 11 o'clock. They always say one time, but right there you see all the lobbyists here for. I'm not saying that, but you see over there is basically Instacarts right there, and they're going to be rallying in opposition to Intro 1135. Like I spoke to, I think there's the comms guy right there in the blue shirt, and we had a conversation, and I said, look, I'm totally against the bill because of the fact that the way they rolled it out was completely fucking wrong. And like I said, I don't think these guys are against a minimum wage. Max, who's the lead guy here? Who's the lead person here? The lead person. You don't know? Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, I don't know who's the lead person here, but I don't think these guys are against a minimum wage. I think it's that they're against the way it got rolled out because, but they're gonna retaliate. Like I said, I'm not. Like I said, I didn't support this bill. Like I said before, this bill is bullshit. It's a bullshit ass bill. That yeah, like you have all the lobbyists there. Like I said, yeah. Um, so I think that's the lobbying firm right there, the consulting firm. Um, yeah, they're gonna rally today in opposition to the bill because, like I told the comms guy, I had to be on camera. But the reason I told him because I said, look, is that what happened is that um, the bill's bullshit. Like the way they rolled it out, and they only let one nonprofit speak on behalf of everybody else, and the city council let it go through. And they could complain about the shit all they want, but I'm not talking about them, but I'm talking about the councilmen complain about us all they want, but that's what they get. Look what happened like with Uber and DoorDash and Grubhub and all these other fucking like the other applications. They sued, right? In 23, they sued. The city council, the city got sued by the apps. The apps pulled out the lawsuit because they knew they wasn't going to win. It just where people feel that people feel that people feel that they feel that like the problem with the corporations, right? They have a lot of power. Like they don't want to say it, but they do. And the thing about corporations is that they have their right to do what they want, right? As a corporation to do what they want. But the thing about the city is that the reason the city feel they can do what they want because this is the biggest media market in the country. This is the biggest media market in the country, and this is the biggest business market in the country. And a lot of the businesses are scared of not losing business with the city. And I'm not talking because the city could do a lot with the applications when you try to apply for renewals and more, many other shit, right? Basically, what's happening is that Instacart, they could have easily said like, yo, we don't want this bullshit. All they have to say, but the thing is that, yo, the city council is so captive to these fucking lobbyists and these, like Kaiser, they're scared and they do what Kaiser tells them to do. It's whatever, right? But basically, like I said before about the minimum wage bill, is that The reason I'm opposed to this bill, and I'll say it in 2025, the reason I'm opposed to the bill is because the way it got rolled out. The way the rollout, the way it got rolled out was completely wrong. Completely wrong. Let me see how it looks on the way the way it got rolled out was completely wrong. And that's what happened. That's what happened with the rollout. The rollout was where like they only let one nonprofit say like, oh, because we want the bill, we want the shit. This is super for everybody, and that's what happened. You have a and the thing is that they could say yeah they made billions of dollars in wages because of this, but billions of dollars in what? What's the point of having billions of fucking dollars? What's the point of having like billions of dollars in wages where where if you were the barista and you blow a red light or you get busted with without PPE because now with that they're gonna be forced to put in PPE and shit. You get busted without PPE or you blow a red light, you got to go to Summers Court on right over there. You see that building right on top of City Hall, like right behind, like the big old building with the little nice old statue, the gold statue on top. You got to go there to fucking go to Summers Court for what? This is what happens. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, at the end of the day, I gotta be careful. They be on some anal shit. Like, oh, you can't even like stand over there. Like, so this shit starting soon. Talk about that. So that's all right. So yeah. Yeah, like I told the guy earlier, I got to become camera. Like, look, the reason I'm opposed the bill because just some bullshit. The way they did this stuff is like the rollout was all fucked up. And the thing is that you have like I think you have a Hispanic guy, you have an Indian guy, you have a black lady. So they can never say that this is a racist bill. I mean, there are people of color that are opposed to this bill, and I'm a man, person of color. Yeah, man, Nasha Superior right there. It's gonna start soon, guys. So, can I ask you guys a question? Are you deliveristas yourselves? Do you have to deliver yourselves? Do you guys deliver, or what you do, your customer, or you deliver? You deliver. So, what do you think about like the nonprofit, like Worker Justice Project, being for the bill, and they were the main ones that pushed it, without you guys say anything? Well, you can't ask questions, or yeah.
Do you have anything you need?
Yeah, I'm asking a question about like I was like, well, he's a deliverista himself, and I want to know what was his take about the nonprofit Worker Justice Project making this go law without these guys saying not this guy saying anything, because it looks like what's happening here with the bill is that only one nonprofit is allowed to say what they feel, and they only said one nonprofit.
I understand what you're saying, and I do appreciate the question. I'm sure you do as well. We're not really here to speak to the nonprofit side. They're just here to share their personal stories and why they personally, as an individual, are against the bill.
Against the, okay, I was asking. I thought they had the talk because this.
Yeah, no. They're not affiliated with a nonprofit. They are here as individuals.
Okay, making sure. I thought because they do the research. I thought it was, it's gonna hurt them a lot. It's gonna hurt their pocket. You know what I'm saying? They get a decent, like I'm not saying decent wage, but yeah, same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I understand what you're saying. No,
yeah.
they're here. They're going to talk.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
No problem.
No problem. So, so you saw that there. Yeah. So I mean, it just like I said, this bill's gonna go through. Like, thing is that they
You have a second to huddle with us for you?
so tomorrow. The bill was gonna mostly go through. I mean, when you have a majority, I mean, that are captive to the nonprofits and they're captive to the lobbyists, the big time like Kaiser. I mean, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? This how it looks live. Sorry about that, guys. I got all the. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm looking. Yeah, yeah, I know. I don't like wearing suits, but that was from yesterday. It's just an Instagram post and shit. I don't like wearing suits, but yeah, I hate wearing suits. But that's the name. I mean, I can say that's the name of the game, right?
But I didn't. I didn't realize it was so much.
Portable. There we go. Sorry about that. So there are a lot of people here. So tomorrow at I think 1:30, there's going to be a stated hearing, and sad thing about it, this bill's gonna go through because you got the prime sponsor of the bill. She's in bed with the developer. She's in bed with the lobbyist. It's called Sandra Nurse. It's a legal name, but people call her Sandy. I'm not. Why? I'm not protesting anything, Baka. It's a rally that's happening, I think, in a few minutes, and relating to the Intro 1135. And Intro 1135 is a bill where is a bill where they're gonna mandate the Instacart to pay the minimum wage to the deliverista. And what's gonna happen, and I know what's gonna happen, is that they're gonna pass on the cost to the customer. But it's not about and the thing about the customer is that the customer base they have is a wealthy, is a working class, middle class customer base. So the people that are really paying this stuff don't really give a shit. They really don't really care about that. They might have to pay like a little like $5, $10, $15 more a month to supplement, or probably $25 a month more to supplement this stuff, but it's not gonna hurt their pocket. Like the working poor, the people that use Uber and shit, and Grubhub and DoorDash, that when you go on that website, those applications, you try to get the best rates for the food, And for delivery, so that's looking Dennis Walcott right there. That's walked in right there. Dennis Walcott and Sean Abreu. I'm a Democrat. I'm a Dem. Sean Abreu right there. To be honest with you, so yeah. I know that costs money. Thing about it is that stuff costs money. If I want to do like I say StreamYard or shit like that, that shit costs money. And the problem is that I'm not here to beg for money on this stuff like that. But if you give me the money, then I'll do it. But other than that, that costs money. And I really don't beg for money like that. I don't feel comfortable in begging for money. Yeah. Look at some Cuomo news. I actually got invited out to that event tonight. I'm not going to that. I got things to do. No, 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 no. Like, I'm not a Twitch guy. Problem with Twitch is like, I gotta be careful with how when you do Twitch because Twitch is ran by Amazon, and the way Twitch is like if you do something crazy, they will delete your account. So you got even like if it's not well under the real intent, they will delete your account. And I don't have time for that. They'll suspend it. I don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? I'll just play it safe and I say, look, if I pay some money, they get like StreamYard or some type of service, I'll do like that because it's less strict of how you have to do things. Problem with Kick and Twitch is that if you do the wrong content, and I'm not trying to say I'm not illegal, but if it's unethical, they will delete your account. So that's the issue with Twitch. That's why I don't like doing Twitch. Make money on Twitch, but is it now? It's not. Is it really worth what I do? No, it's not working. Battery saver. Sorry about that, guys. So you saw out there that was Kayla. You see how the fuck shit is? Like, what, press secretary? That's why she out the fucking door. That's why she's out. Like, this is our press secretary right here. Like, our clown show press secretary that came out with a NYPD, fucking mostly NYPD, um, fucking driver, fucking chauffeur. Yeah. Make this clear right here. She knows she's out. Like, once Eric is done, she's done. She has no shot. They're probably gonna probably make Andrew Bart Epstein press secretaries. Yeah, so.
Oh wait, no, I do. Do we have an idea of when this project is going to be in the pipeline for HPV? Is there any way for us to understand the status of it? I know we have to do this technical change, but
Thank you.
What's up, man? What's up? Yeah, she's speaking to. Like I said, like when you allow one nonprofit to speak on behalf of the whole city, this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing about it is the prime sponsor of the bill, she's capping to that nonprofit. Hey, what's up?
You're good, Nelson.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you, everybody, for being here on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon in the city of New York. We are here today to lift up the voices of New York City grocery delivery workers, hard-working New Yorkers who depend on flexible hours to earn extra income to help support their families. Instead of listening to these workers right here, the City Council is planning tomorrow to double down on a plan that will take opportunities away from them, just as rising food costs is already limiting budgets to millions of New Yorkers, including countless seniors, those who rely on SNAP to feed their families. Just as groceries aren't a luxury item for families, for many New Yorkers, grocery delivery isn't a luxury. It's a lifeline that provides especially seniors in food desert with the mobility to have access to food. We know what happened the last time the council passed a delivery wage mandate. Workers were locked out of their platforms. Customers paid 40% more per order. Small businesses like independent grocers got stuck with the higher fees. Today's environment in the supermarket environment is not an easy one. It's a one of high costs. It's one of high rents, high insurance, and high taxes. To add a cost to this on top of that, it's only going to increase the cost of the product to the local consumers, which is our main concern here today. We're asking the City Council to please divert from introducing these bills. A common sense approach to this. People have the right to pick and choose when they want to work, if they want to work. If I have small children, when they're in school, I can go to work. If I have to take care of a parent during the day, I can go to work at night. When we take away these flexibilities, these people out of a job. And we see this happen across the city thousands of times. It used to be that local supermarkets had independent grocery packers that would go pack. They would do it after school. They would do it at their free time. The city, in its infinite wisdom, decided no. They need to get paid a minimum wage. They need to be regulated. They need to be on the books. Today we have no packers. Today these kids can't come into these stores to make $20, $30, $40, $100 that they used to make. Where are those kids today? They're on the streets. For me, there's no coincidence that today we see muggings, we see shopliftings of 14 and 15-year-old children. Why? Because they have no place to go and they need to make money. So we ask City Council, please do not approve this bill. We have today with us a shopper who does this for a living to make extra income for themselves. Shopper Eli.
Hello everybody, thank you for having me. My name is Eli. I'm a single parent and a full-time student. I depend on the flexibility with Instacart to be able to go to school and to also provide for my daughter. As a single, okay. Start over?
Keep going.
All right. So, as a single parent, and anybody that has children, you know that you can't plan for when your kids get sick. So when I used to have a 9-to-5 job, I ran the risk of losing my job because my daughter got sick and I couldn't go into work. And it is not something that is planned for. Therefore, I ran the risk of losing my job, which is why I started doing things like food delivery and ended up with Instacart. I used to work with DoorDash, but after the city passed the restaurant delivery law, everything changed. The council said they were trying to help workers like me, but instead I was forced off the platform. Overnight, the flexibility I depended on disappeared. Suddenly, there were rigid shifts that I had to choose, and I could no longer just go on and work as I needed to work and just hop on and off the app. I had to stick to the hours that I had chosen. For someone balancing school and raising a child, that flexibility isn't just a luxury, it is a lifeline. That law cut restaurant job deliveries by 30%. I was one of the people who lost out. It didn't just hurt workers like me, it hurt customers who rely on the service. Now the city council is looking at Intro 1135, and my fear is that it's going to do the exact same thing, this time with Instacart shoppers. If this passes, thousands of us could lose access to the app. And once again, people like me who just need flexible, reliable work will be pushed out. And it's not just us, the workers. It's also the seniors, the SNAP families, and other New Yorkers on a fixed income who rely on grocery delivery. They will be hit with at least $10 more per order. Many of them simply won't be able to afford it anymore. I support fair pay, but please don't make the same mistake twice. City Council, please listen to the grocery delivery workers like me and vote against an override of 1135 tomorrow. Protect our flexibility, protect our jobs, and protect the ability for people like me to support our families. Thank you.
Very moving from Eli. And Eli, we're going to support you. That's what we're doing here today. Next, we have the privilege of having Pastor Jason Hendricks to speak to us. Pastor, welcome.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Pastor Jason Hendrickson. I'm the senior pastor of the Restoration Tabernacle. And I would like to say grocery delivery is fundamentally different from restaurant delivery in several ways. Most importantly, groceries are a necessity for seniors, SNAP recipients, people with mobility challenges, and other restaurants. Restaurant delivery simply is not, in fact, the New York Health Foundation found that 2/3, 64% to be exact, of chronically ill, food insecure New Yorkers report transportation as the barrier to accessing food. When it comes to restaurant delivery, price increases get absorbed by the apps and customers. But in grocery delivery, an added $10 per delivery, as this bill would effectively impose, would be a killer for SNAP recipients, seniors, and everyday working and middle-class New Yorkers. This is the baseline increase as customers, and we'll also likely see price increases from the stores using the platform that will have to make up for the added cost for using this platform. This policy threatens grocery delivery workers' earnings and flexibility, and New Yorkers' access to affordable groceries in the following areas: affordability and access. Implementation of this policy would trigger $320 million in added costs just next year alone. $10 per order, a price increase for customers, not including prices that may be passed along by the merchant as a result of their increased cost to be on the platform. Significant service reduction, hurting low-income and underserved communities. Over 10,000 customers have thus far taken action to oppose this policy. It'll affect the workers as well. The majority of shoppers walk or drive. The majority of the workers are women. Instacart shoppers in New York City typically work just 4.2 hours per week, earning $24.32 per hour. 13,000 plus New York City shoppers would love or would lose access to the app overnight, force a shift away from flexibility and toward a rigid shift-based system, fundamentally changing what shoppers value about this platform. I'll share this personal testimony with you guys. When I first started pastoring 13 years ago, I was an employee of Instacart. I used to do this myself. And one of the things that I loved about the platform was the flexibility. Me being a young dad and a young pastor at the time, using this platform was extremely beneficial to me as a young man trying to provide for his family. So I asked City Council, please pay attention to people like myself that have actually done this, and now I'm no longer, I have to use the platform as a form of income, but now I'm an avid shopper on Instacart. So I went from being an employee to now an avid user. And I'm telling you, the thing that made Instacart different, because I really did all of them, DoorDash, all of them. What made it different was the flexibility and the ability to cash out as soon as you finish the day. These are things that you don't want to change. And so I ask that you would please hear the heart and the mind of those that are actually utilizing this service. Thank you for having me here today.
What an awesome story, no? He used the platform to get ahead in life. He started with this, and now he's a customer. Congratulations. Excellent. We have another shopper here with us today that'd like to tell his story. And Shopper Hermit, here we go.
Good morning. My name is Herman. I'm a Navy veteran, and after serving 20 years in the U.S. Navy, I started Instacart shopping to supplement extra income to help me and my family. For me, this work just isn't about income. And I have to emphasize this. It's about flexibility. And that's the most important thing to me. I need that flexibility to help care for my mom who has cancer, who is currently in the hospital and needs me to be there at certain times. And I cannot have a scheduled time where I cannot be able to go see my mom during her last days. And it also helps me with my PTSD that I got from my time of service in the military. Everyone likes the sound of higher pay, me also. But because this law will cost me my ability to work at all and the flexibility, it will do far more harm than good. If shoppers like me can't actually work, or if customers stop ordering because of the fees going up, then nobody wins. Everybody's a loser. The truth is, most delivery workers only work a few hours a week. It's a way to supplement income, to pay for groceries, bills, or rent. If Intro 1135 passes, thousands of us could lose access to the app overnight. For me, that loss will be devastating, both financially, personally, and mentally. I'm asking the council to slow down and cancel tomorrow's override. Vote of 1135. Work with us to find a better way. Come speak to us. One that gives us fair pay, but also protects the jobs and flexibility people like me rely on every single day. Thank you.
Another outstanding testimony. It doesn't get any more clearer than that, huh? A pastor and a man who served in the Navy for 20 years. 20 years, and he uses his platform to make a living for himself and to take care of his mom. And it couldn't get any more touching than that. Moving forward, we are very fortunate today to have the Apostle Patricia Wiley with us. Yes. Apostle, welcome. Nice to have you.
Hello, everyone. I'm a preacher, so I would say to God be the glory.
Amen.
This situation, I'm here on behalf of my congregation. I am the senior pastor of Oil of Joy Ministries, number 2 in Brooklyn, New York. This situation will affect congregations everywhere. They will be impacted by the situation with Instacart workers that are mandated to work certain hours, long hours, and possibly less pay. Many seniors, families, handicapped persons will be affected. I'll use my own self. I walk with 2 canes. I'm an educator for 33 years in the school system. Then called out for 47 years out of the community and work with people that have different situations. I am an Instacart person, and I love them. And the thing that's so important is, if I did not have them, I don't know what I would do. If the workers are mandated to work long hours, it will affect child care. It will affect elder care and personal families that have individual situations. If parents are coming home late, some children will be left unsupervised, especially with single parents. They do not need to be overworked by taskmasters, means excessive, demanding, unreasonable workloads, exhausted, stressed out, and even burnt out. I'm going to give a scripture, Jeremiah 29:11 said, God says, for I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, but to give an expected end. So I want to encourage you all, hallelujah, that prayer changes things. I'm already praying on this situation. Watch the hand of God. It's going to be on those that need guess what? They will succeed. God bless you all.
Okay. Before we wrap up, I'd like to have a closing argument here. Bill 1135 threatens to undo all these gains, pushing small groceries closer to extinction and raising grocery costs for families at a time when 53% of New Yorkers already report going in debt just to buy groceries. Instead of passing laws that make groceries more expensive, the city should be helping small businesses survive with commercial rent protection, enforcement against unregulated street vendors. The council must reconsider these bills in favor of legislation that not only gives delivery workers a minimum wage, but legislation that sets a standard that preserves the ability for people to work. People that are right here want the ability to work. That's all we're asking the city council. Thank you very much for your time today, for being here. Thank you everybody that came out today. It's a great honor to be here. Thank you.
Everyone, before you come back,
So yeah, basically that's my argument too. I gotta go inside. I gotta get lighting.
Alright, we're gonna take a video. If everyone can just, I'll give you like 1, 2, 3 counts, and we'll say safe grocery delivery work. 1, 2, 3. Safe grocery delivery workers. Good, thank you. Thank you.
Hey, March. What's up? On the shade.
There's a podium. Check Jennifer to see if she needs the tripod. But check to see if the podium.
There we go.